The national anthem of Nigeria has been Arise, O Compatriots since 1978. What was the previous national anthem? Do you need the question again?
Yes, please.
The national anthem of Nigeria has been Arise, O Compatriots since 1978. What was the previous national anthem?
Nigeria we hail thee.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Correct. From politics.
13.
13. Nigeria's vice president from 19th of May 2010 to 29th of May 2015 is who?
Nnamdi Sambo.
Correct. From sports.
13.
13. Who was the first Nigerian to win an Olympic medal?
No idea.
All right, the correct answer is Chioma Ajunwa. Entertainment.
13.
13. The hit song Femme was sung by who?
Davido.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Correct. Agriculture.
13.
13. The device that is used in helping to stabilize heat in an incubator is called what? The device that is used in helping to stabilize heat in an incubator is called what? Three more seconds.
No idea.
The correct answer is thermostat. Thank you. Next contestant.
Victor Olufemi is my name.
Victor Olufemi. From the general session, please pick a question.
Question 4.
Question number 4. The hottest region in the world is called? The hottest region in the world is called?
The Sahara.
Correct. Politics.
Question 7.
Question 7. Gone.
8.
The Niger Delta zone is also known as which geopolitical zone? The Niger Delta zone is also known as which geopolitical zone?
Southeast.
Southeast. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Wrong. South-south. Sports.
Question 11.
Question 11. Name the only football team to sack Sir Alex Ferguson as a manager. The only football team to sack Sir Alex Ferguson as a manager is which club?
Manchester United.
Decorum. St. Mirren. Entertainment.
Question 12.
Question 12. Gone.
13.
Gone.
Question 9.
9. Gone.
Question 6.
6. Which decade did hip-hop come to Nigeria?
The 90s. Like
Correct. Thank you. Next contestant. Your name? Oh, sorry, pardon me. Agriculture, pardon me. Agriculture.
okay. Question 5.
5. Gone.
Question 8.
8. A chemical used to kill troublesome insects or other pests is known as a pesticide. A chemical used to destroy weeds is known as what?
Herbicide.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Correct. Next contestant. Your name that will pick from the general. Huh?
Abolari Olamide.
Abolari Olamide from the general segment. Please pick a question.
12.
Question number 12. Gone.
15.
15. Whose face is on the 20 naira note?
Muritala Muhammad.
Huh?
Muritala Muhammad.
20 naira note. Correct. Politics.
13.
13. Gone.
15.
15. Which brand Which branch of government makes the law?
Legislative arm.
Which arm of government makes the law?
Legislative arm.
Is that a final answer?
Yes, sir.
Correct. Next. Sports.
12.
12. Gone.
15.
Who captained the Olympic gold medal winning team of 1996? Who was the captain of the Olympic gold medal winning of the 1996 Nigerian team?
No idea, sir.
The correct answer is Nwankwo Kanu. Entertainment.
15.
15. The name of Nigerian film industry is what?
Nollywood.
Correct. Agriculture.
15.
15. The process of loosening of the soil is called?
Sorry, sir. I
The
don't know.
process of loosening of the soil is called what? Two more seconds. Your time is up. Tilling or plowing. Thank you. Next contestant. From the general segment, speak a question. Your name?
Thomas Oluwafamile Oyediran.
Again?
Thomas Oyediran.
Thomas Oyediran. From the general segment, speak a question.
Question 4.
Question number 4, gone.
5.
Number 5, which is the highest mountain in Africa?
FRS.
Wrong. Mountain Kilimanjaro. Politics.
Question 6.
Question
6.
6, who is popularly referred to as Maradona in Nigerian politics? In Nigerian politics, who is popularly referred to as Maradona? Two more seconds. Your time is up. The correct answer is Ibrahim Babangida. Sports.
Question 7.
Question number 7, gone. Question 13. Please, can we say to the mic? Is it working? Sports.
Question 13.
13, gone.
14.
Who was the captain of the Super Eagles when Nigeria won the African Cup of Nations in Tunisia 1994? Who was the captain of the Super Eagles when Nigeria won the African Cup of Nations in Tunisia 1994? 2 more seconds. The correct answer is Stephen Keshi. Entertainment.
Question 12.
Question 12, gone.
Question 3.
Question 3, gone.
4.
Okay, question 4. Osita Eme is the birth name of which popular Nigerian entertainer? Osita Eme
Or
is the birth name of which Nigerian popular entertainer? No side talks, please.
John Cena.
John Cena. The correct answer is Popo. Aki and Popo. Popo. All right. Agric. Please, decorum in the hall. Agriculture.
Question 5.
Question number 5, gone.
Question 6.
Question number 6, gone.
7.
Gone. 8 is also gone. 9 is gone. You have just 10, 11, 12, 4, 13, and 14. 12. Pineapple is widely propagated using what?
Irrigation.
Suckers. Wrong. Thank you. You can have your seat. Next contestant, please. Your name?
Adebola Alamin.
Adebola
Alamin.
Alabi.
Alamin.
Alamin. You have questions 6, 10, 11, 14.
14.
14. Nigeria is situated in West Africa and has a coastal border on which body of water? Again, Nigeria is situated in West Africa and has a coastal border on which body of water? 2 more seconds.
Niger Delta.
Wrong. Gulf of Guinea. Politics. You have 5, 10, 11, and 12. 12. 12. Oh, sorry, pardon me. 12 is also gone. You have 10, 11, 5, 14, 15, 16.
16.
16. What is the full meaning of INEC?
Independent National Electoral Commission.
Correct. Sports.
16.
In sports, okay. The Olympics are held every how many years? What's the spacing of Olympics? How many years spacing?
10 years.
Wrong. 4 years. Entertainment.
16.
Funke Akindele came into limelight after starring in which 90s sitcom? Funke Akindele came into limelight after starring in which 90s sitcom? There's a sitcom in the 90s that she starred. Why am I explaining? Funke Akindele came into limelight after starring in which 90s sitcom? Oh, bad. Please, can we help you with the mic? Don't off it. Don't worry. Don't off the mic. Funke Akindele came into limelight after starring in which sitcom?
Akpadi.
Akpad, yes. I need to know. I need to know.
Sorry,
Agreed.
can you tell if I was correct or wrong?
Oh, you are wrong, ma. Yes, sir. You are wrong. The correct answer is I need to know, not on Akpad.
Oh, wow.
That was on the Adekola. All right, on the light agriculture.
16.
16. What is watering the crops called? What is it called? Watering crops. What is it called? Providing water to crops is called?
No idea, sorry.
The correct answer is irrigation. Thank you. Next contestant. You have 6, 10, and 11 in the general segment. 11. Your name, please.
Babatunde Iyanoluwa.
Babatunde Iyanoluwa. Nigeria achieved independence in 1960 from which European country?
The United Kingdom.
United Kingdom, correct. Am I right? Yes, correct. Politics. You have 5, 8, 10, and 11. Please, can I have their mic? Let me use their mic. Okay, man. All right. You have 8, 10, and 11.
Let me go with 11.
What?
11.
11. Who was Nigeria's first ever president?
Sir Tafawa Balewa.
Wrong. Nnamdi Azikiwe. Sports.
Which questions are left?
You have 4, 5, 6, and 10.
6.
6. What is Muhammad Ali's real name? Muhammad Ali. What's his real name?
That's his real name.
Eh?
That's his real name.
No.
I'll pass.
Pass. The correct name is Cassius Clay. Cassius Clay. Entertainment.
5.
You have 4, 8.
11.
The party banger Nobody is owned by who?
11. TJ Neptune.
DJ Neptune. Oh, gbọ́dọ̀ máa mọ̀ kọ́. Agriculture, you have 3, 4, 10, and 11. 4. Fallow crop.
Come again, sir.
Check. Fallow cropland is what? Fallow. Fallow cropland is what?
That's a land that is not arable.
Check.
That's a land that is not arable.
It's not arable. No. Tilled and unseeded. Thank you. Next contestant.
Wale Oyedeji. Wale Oyedeji.
Check. From general, can we have you have just
6.
question 6. How many continents are there in the world?
7.
Correct. Politics.
Numbers are
You have 5, 8.
10.
Who defined democracy as the government of the people, by the people, and for the people?
Aristotle.
Check. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Wrong. Abraham Lincoln. Check. Check. Sports. You have 4, 5, and 10.
5.
Which of these is not a real sport? This came with option. Okay. Foot golf, hand rounders, chess, or boxing.
The options again.
Foot golf and
There is not a new one. Boxing.
all right, pardon me, that second mic is not working well. Just listen, you can focus on the judges. Just listen to me. Which of this is not a real sport? Don't look at me, it's just hear me. Which of this is not a real sport? A real sport.
Okay.
Foot golf, hand rounders, chess, or boxing?
Chess.
Is not a real sport. You're wrong. Hand rounders is not a real sport. All right, from entertainment, please pick a question.
Okay.
You have question 4, you have question 8, 10, and 14.
10.
Question 10. Who was featured on Two Babas Amaka?
Peruzzi.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Correct. All right, pick a question from agriculture.
The options were big. The ones were.
All right, you have questions 10, 11, and 14.
10.
10. The alternate eating and cooling of rocks results in what?
I don't know it.
The alternate eating and cooling of rocks results into what?
I have no idea.
The correct answer is fragmentation. Thank you. All right, we have the last contestant who notified the team about a very major reason why she came late. Please, can we appreciate Laura Kabura? The team was notified about her lateness. So, Kabura, you have 5 different segments as we have been briefed before: general, politics, agri, sports, and entertainment. So, from the general session, you pick a question between question 10 and question 13.
Question 10.
question 10. Who was the first Nigerian to become a Nobel laureate?
Professor Wole Soyinka.
Correct. Politics. Pick a question from politics. You have question 5, 8, 14, and yes, 5, 8, and 14.
14.
14. What was General Babangida's position before becoming a president?
Prime Minister.
Wrong. Chief of Army Staff. All right. Sports. From sports, you have the following questions: 4 and 10.
4.
4. What is Usain Bolt's blistering 100-meter world record time? The popular time for Usain Bolt's 100-meter world record, what was it?
1.3 seconds.
Wrong. 9.58 seconds. Entertainment.
The available questions.
Questions number 8 and 14.
Question 8.
Question 8. In history, who is the most famous Nigerian artist?
Ayo Balogun.
Wrong. Fela Anikulapo Kuti. Agriculture. You have questions 11 and 14.
11.
11. What type of rock is granite?
Sedimentary rock.
Wrong. Igneous rock. Thank you. Please put your hands together for her.
We are the future, we are the dream, we are the nation, we are part of this. Yes, we are so amazing, that's the least we shall.
All right, Kabiro, please join me. From the table of the judges, the biggest Nigerian artist, they said, is debatable. So please, you have another question to yourself. All right, this is the question. Who sang the song Send Down the Rain?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Send down the rain. It's a reggae song.
Fela Kuti.
The person, Allah shall me. The person has, all right, thank you. The correct answer, who said Naira Marley? Naira Marley, wow. All right, the correct answer is Majek Fashek. Thank you. Please put your hands together for the contestants once again. All right, on that note, we are moving straight to the speaking competition itself. Ladies and gentlemen, these contestants will have few minutes, between 2 to 5 minutes, to speak on the topic that they have been given. And we all know the topic. But before I continue, I would like to specially recognize the presence of some of our partners here present. Please, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I would like you to join me to celebrate the presence of the lead pastor of Union Baptist Church, Odolo Oshobo, Reverend Adi. Please, can we appreciate that? Thank you so very much for coming. Please, can we appreciate him? Thank you. Thank you. Also in our midst, we have the CEO of Pearl Nova Shoes. Please, can we appreciate him, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you. Also in our midst, we have the CEO of Noble Breath and Dunlop Group of Companies. Please, can we appreciate him? Once I get more names, I'll do the appreciation. All right, once again, welcome to this very fantastic event. And this event is being powered by one of our partners, who is no other person but Superb 10 Car Upgrading and Facelifts. Please, can we appreciate him one more time? Thank you so very much for coming. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting to where this competition will be so heated. We have them to my right and to my left, and they'll be speaking between 2 to 5 minutes on a topic that has been given to them, which I would like to announce to us all as well. Please, we'd like us to have decorum in the hall so that we don't have to give them, we don't have to, distract them. Ladies and gentlemen, very shortly they'll be speaking on the effects of mediocrity on a nation and the gains of meritocracy. That's the topic. The effects of mediocrity on a nation and the gains of meritocracy. So after this session, 7 of them will be disqualified using the quiz competition and this particular aspect where they'll be speaking on the effects of mediocrity on the nation and the gains of meritocracy. So please just sit back, relax, and get ready for a smooth ride. Once again, I would like to appreciate few schools that we have in our midst. Can we appreciate the presence of Oshobo Grammar School? Please put your hands together for them. Can you signify wherever you are, Oshobo Grammar School? We have kings and queens in our midst. Please put your hands together for them as well. Can we see you? Thank you. In our midst, we have First Class International School. Thank you. In our midst, we have Roseful. Please, can we appreciate Roseful as well?
We stand as a people with one song, with one voice, we're a nation undivided and proud. We will take us down and build our land.
All right, permit me to announce to you that very shortly we'll have students from some of those schools to also speak on that topic. So some of them have prepared so well and they'll be speaking on that same topic very shortly. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? Talk now. Ekpele. Agbabiri. Are you ready? All right, ladies and gentlemen, media team, are we live? Media team, the base, are we live? Good. To come on stage to set the ball rolling is no other person but the first contestant who took the quiz session first. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Amzat Aminat. Careful. Please, your time is between 2 to 5 minutes. Thank you.
A value system is one that rewards talent and enterprise. And it is talent and enterprise that drive sustainable development goals. I must make this point because time and time we get arguments whether public appointments should be based on federal character. The Dormant principle should be based on merit. Federal character is essentially primitive in order to create balance. And even if we need to create that balance, it has to be based on merit. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the voice of the Nigerian Vice President, Yemi Osinbajo, in an interview with Punch newspaper, Mediocrity. Mediocrity is a state of ordinariness, non-entity, and is some version of merit to mediocrity. Simply put, mediocrity denotes poor performances. And it is noteworthy to say that a system or a nation that operates based on mediocrity will only bring about poor results. Putting Nigeria in perspective, oftentimes we get to be called the giant of Africa. But then, one will wonder and ask, giant of what exactly? Is it giant of high level of nepotism, retapism, and favoritism? Is it the giant of high level of corruption and celebrated underdevelopment? These are the many questions that make my heart crisp when Nigeria is called the giant of Africa. Initially, we thought corruption was our problem, but then it is not a misconception to say that mediocrity is competing with high level of corruption. In Nigeria, mediocrity is everywhere you go. We find it in all institutions of our nation. And because of our made-to-suffer mindset, we sit down, we endure, we struggle our shoulders and wait for miracles to eradicate our problems. Mediocrity in our educational sector, it has decreased our educational, it has turned our educational system into a PT party. In the past, Nigerian educational system is said to be one that is extremely standard, progressive, and well structured. But then, it is not a misconception to say that mediocrity has caused our educational system has turned our educational system to one that produces graduates that cannot compete with international standards. In 2008, the former CBN governor, Charles Soludo, said said at the convention of Federal University of Technology, Owerri, that 60% of Nigerian graduates are unemployable. And for that to change, our educational system needs to experience a revolutionary change that will stem the decline. Unfortunately, in this year, JAMB pegged university cutoff from 200 to 140. The argument was that it is due to the total performance. But then, if 140 out of 400 is celebrated as excellent, ladies and gentlemen, what will 300 be celebrated as? These are the problems we are facing in Nigeria. Not only that, our quota system is also contributing to the problem because our admission selection is based on locality, ethnicity, and educationally disadvantaged states. Now, yes, there is a merit list, but then our quota system has done nothing but encourage the selection of less qualified candidates at the expense of the brilliant ones. These are the problems we face in Nigeria. This is what mediocrity is causing to our nation. It is making Nigerians settle for less, automatically limiting our potentials. It is degrading our educational system, increasing crime, and it is boosting the numbers of unemployed youth. Our economic system is also affected as less qualified people are available for employment. Recruitment in federal parastatal is also affected, backed by federal character. Federal character is focused on balancing ethnic divide, but then at the expense of meritocracy, ladies and gentlemen, if our process is flawed and we keep admitting mediocrity into our system, we will never experience a brilliant-free society, and Nigeria will never move from being underdeveloped into development. We'll never move from being underdeveloped. Ladies and gentlemen, for us to change our narrative, we have to adopt meritocracy. A system that denotes quality management, quality leadership, and excellent performance. Meritocracy, a system that shows that encourages, that proves correct results. Meritocracy is one that believes in the power of knowledge, that knowledge is eloquence. I will leave you with the word of Singapore President Lee Kuan Yew in an interview at the non-aligned meeting. He said, if Africa must be prosperous, we have to approach a pragmatic approach and start a meritocratic system where the best we get to sit in the seats, and we should stop our dogmatic approach and stop mediocre stance. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, this is how it's going to continue. As earlier instructed, each speaker has 2 to 5 minutes to speak. So once you cite me, once the time stops, the DJ will give you the signal and then you should know you should leave the stage. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Ahmed Precious, the next contestant.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen, the judges. My name is Ahmed Precious, and I'll be speaking on the topic, the effect of mediocrity on a nation and the gains of meritocracy. Now, what is mediocrity? Mediocrity is a state of being average, is a state of being stagnant, is a state of not moving forward. Now, do you know what they say about stagnant water? It smells, it's dirty, it's unhealthy. Now, a nation that is filled with mediocrity is stagnant. That nation is existing, but the nation is not adding value on earth. Now, what are the causes of mediocrity in the nation? First, lousy leaders. Now, when a leader is lousy, such leader is unqualified, such leader is unworthy. And when you have an unworthy leader in a position that is not supposed to be there, such nation will suffer from mediocrity. Now, secondly, lack of focus. Now, as a leader, it's okay for you to have your plans, your budget, your agendas, but it will be an aberration if you lack focus in fulfilling whatever you have. So as long as a nation lacks focus, such nation will remain in the state of mediocrity. Now, thirdly, fear of failure. Now, there's a popular saying that you shouldn't be scared of growing slowly, but you should be scared of not growing at all. Now, when a nation is scared of not growing at all, such nation will definitely fail. Because for you to move ahead, you have to fail. Because if you don't fail, you will not learn from your experiences. Now, what are the effects of mediocrity on a nation? First, stagnancy. The nation will not grow. The nation will not develop. The nation will just be there. In fact, people will be tired of that nation. Now, secondly, another effect is that hidden potentials and abilities. Now, in Nigeria, we have lots of youth that have abilities, but then they are hiding it because they know that Nigeria is not developing. Nigeria will not encourage them. So what do? They hide their ability. They hide their potentials. Now, thirdly, another effect is the fact that loss of opportunities. Now, there's a trend that everybody wants to japa, everybody wants to leave Nigeria. That is because we are going into a state of mediocrity. Now, once they leave Nigeria and go to another nation, definitely they will begin to invest in that nation, putting more opportunities in that nation, and Nigeria will continue to reduce. Now, meritocracy. Meritocracy is a state of government in which people are being elected according to merit. That means they deserve it, they worked for it, it is their achievement. Now, one thing about meritocracy is the fact that their achievements are visible. Now, what are the gains of meritocracy in the nation? First, the leaders will be effective and efficient. If you have a good name, you will not want to soil your name. If you have a good record, you will not want to soil the record. So definitely, you will want to do more so that people will continue to recognize you. So that even when you come back again to be re-elected, the people will still elect you again. Now, secondly, another gain of meritocracy is the fact that the people, prioritizing of performance. Now, the leaders will prioritize their performance because in Nigeria, we are not operating in meritocracy. You can see a particular government that will come on doing the same project that their previous government has done. But in the state of meritocracy, the government will want to do something different that nobody has done, so that they will know that, okay, this person prioritized the performance, this person prioritized their duties. Now, in conclusion, a nation that is in the state of mediocrity, that nation is stagnant, that nation is lukewarm, that nation is unproductive, and that nation is not adding value. Thank you.
Thank you so much for proper timing. You spent just 3 minutes and some seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, a very quick one, recognizing the presence of His Excellency, the CEO of Gravity Lounge. Please put your hands together for His Excellency and Educator by Excellence, Dr. Segun Aino. Please put your hands together for him. We love you so much. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me to make welcome the next contestant Adeniji Lorenzo. Please put your hands together for him, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon, everyone. You're all looking good. I greet you, my judges. I would like to start from telling you a story. In the 19th century, the Europeans were at the verge of the technology of that age, and they needed raw materials to keep up with the advancement of the time. So they said to themselves, why not let us go to Africa? Because Africa has all the natural resources that they needed. So they came, and the only way they could get into Africa successfully was to sow the seed of mediocrity. They made themselves look like gods, and they made Africans little. And everyone believed, I am black, they are white, they are more superior. Now, how would they exchange a human for a piece of silver? And ever since then, we all believe if we don't step out of the shores of our countries, we won't excel. There's a young boy named Musa. He is very versatile in crafting things together. Right from when he was very young, he picks up scraps and makes them into amazing pieces of art. But his father said, who is going to buy your works? You are a son of a commoner. Instead, his father invested in him and bought onions for him. Then Musa traveled down to the west and started selling onions. Mediocrity. Mediocrity is the act of being a mediocre. Who is a mediocre? A mediocre is someone who believes, I am satisfied with the little I have. I don't need to step up my game. I don't need to do more for myself. Probably he feels, I am making money. That's all I need to survive. I once heard of a man that says, if I have 5,000 naira in my chest pocket, I am good for the day. Does it make sense? Now, we are saying what is the effect of mediocrity on a nation? If everyone steps up their game, there will be technological advancements. Now the banks are suffering because all the tech guys already left the country for greener pasture. If the country encouraged them and they themselves didn't buy the idea of until I go to the UK before I will make a living for myself. Now, the treasures that are meant to be in the land are exploited at a high level. Who knows the amount a ticket costs to travel out of the country? How would someone spend over £1 million to book an economy class just to go there in search of a job that if you stay here and implement it, you might make more? I don't know if you all know, we can be in Nigeria and establish an organization that is going to be fully functional in the US. Then you make your money. But people believe, if I don't leave this country, I won't make it. If you're mediocre, how can you preach the gospel of meritocracy? It saddens my heart when I see that in our country today, we barely have people that have a good track record. Everybody feels government is an entitlement. Some people feel because I have been in this position, definitely automatically should put me in the next. But what do you have to show for your services? What works as your hand works? If Lord Lugard was not capable, I am definitely sure the United Kingdom will delegate him to come to Nigeria. We all clamor for working system. Don't you know the secrets why other countries have a working system? Is because they have embraced meritocracy. I don't know if you know the story of Serena Williams. Her father saw a zeal and a passion, and he helped her to build it. And today, she retired as the best tennis player of the world. If her father, who was struggling to afford their training fee, has hung on to mediocrity and said, "My child, just keep on playing in your backyard." But still, he encouraged her and he helped her to build meritocracy. And now a skill pray for her. Toby Amuson said she had to take loans to be able to participate in the competition that made her famous. If she had sat down and sunk in and said, "I don't have money to do this," then how would she be an example to the younger generations? I will also talk about meritocracy before I drop the mic. Now, if only Nigeria can look for a person who has the technical know-how to lead this nation from bankruptcy and debt. Thank you.
Thank you too. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a very beautiful moment, a very quick one, recognizing the presence of two brand owners within the state of Osun who have successfully outgrown the jackpot pressure. Please put your hands together for His Excellency, the CEO of Nature Creature Creates. Thank you, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the next contestant, please put your hands together for Daramola Boluwatife.
The crippling polio infection. Everywhere you go, what a defection. We keep celebrating ordinariness. Mediocrity has been displaced, no sense of excellence. Well, I speak of no one but mediocrity. Well, I'll be using Nigeria. I'll be speaking today on the topic that says the effect of mediocrity on a nation and the gains of meritocracy. And I'll be using Nigeria as the specimen nation because we are all Nigerians and we can relate better with events and situations. Now, mediocrity has its tentacles already inside so many industries, firms, and organizations in Nigeria. Politically, we have mediocre system. We have a mediocre system whereby the government choose to set aside populism, the other people's point of view, and bring up so many exasperating discussions such as the Fulani nomadic farmers. Imagine a system of government that advises its citizens to give out lands to these murderers just in exchange for their lives. So that means I can see my murderer here and I'm like, oh, mister, please don't kill me. I'll give you my portion of land. That's a mediocre thought, according to me. Now, the Global Terrorism Index 2018 said that the Fulani herdsmen are the 4th deadliest terrorist group in the world. Yet, we say we are the giant of Africa. I can see how gigantic we are actually. These people keep killing innocent people just because they want a portion of land for grazing, for their cattle to graze at. Another one is epileptic power supply. Nigerians today can boast of going several weeks without having a flash of light in their environment. How do you want businesses to thrive? How do you want creatives among us that needs power supply to push out their products to the citizens? How do you want them to thrive? I believe this is a country whereby we have more than enough resources, human resources and material resources, that this power supply shouldn't be an issue. But here we are in a mediocre system where that is not even given chance to. Another one is the economical aspect. I believe no matter how rich you are today, know how you feel the economical state of Nigeria. Let's tell ourselves the truth. You will feel it. Okay, you go to the market today, you purchase a cup of garri for 15 naira, you go the next is now 150. That is to tell you that things keep changing. The Forbes actually warned the countries, the global countries, that Nigeria is the Africa's money-sinking country. Imagine the kind of atmosphere they've created for us, the kind of name they've made for us globally. So the only thing we have as Nigerians is the human resources, the individual capability to change our environment. There's a meme going around now, following the popular Yoruba saying that Ojulari ao Meniton lo UK. That is true. That is to tell you that there is a lot of brain drain in every aspect, in the medical sector, economical sector, finance, almost everywhere. Nigeria has the highest rate of medical practitioners going abroad, looking for incentives, looking for advanced technological equipment to use for their patients, because of course their country won't give them that. Their country is already depriving them what they need to thrive in their area of specialization. Another one that hits me so hard, like it hits me right in my heart, is the educational sector. I can say that everyone can relate. My fellow contestants, my audience, I know even if you are not in university yet, I believe we have adults here that have kids in universities. Okay, we've survived 7 months of strike and we are surviving the 8th month. We don't know where it's going to end. Okay, the mediocre system of government already made it clear to us that they don't care about who we are in the educational aspect. Because now we Nigerians, we have the talent, we have the intellect, but we have a mediocre in which we operate that limits our ability. That's a shame. Because you don't expect, let's take a look at the case of the LAUTECH student that got killed gruesomely because she's working in an hotel. If this girl should be in the class, nothing would have happened to her. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Straight to the point. Please put your hands together as we receive contestant Adeboye Access for our presentation, please.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Adeboye Access Inrere, and I'm going to be speaking on the effect of mediocrity on a nation and the gain of meritocracy. Ride with me as I share with you this short story of mine. I was born into a Christian home. I happen to be the fifth born of a family of 6. I was mentored and coached by my mom's pastor for good 15 years. I was mentored and coached relationship-wise and spiritually. It made me to understand that it's a taboo for me to interact with people who are not members of the church. He also told me that I should not interact with my father's family and my mother's family. All these things suddenly created an image of them in my mind. I hashtagged them all to be witches and wizards. He went as far as telling my mom that she should sell off all that she has to the church and sow it as a seed. My mom ignorantly sold off all her properties. She went as far as selling off the chairs in the living room. She almost sold us off. All this restriction given to me by a mediocre suddenly made a mediocrity out of me. I could no longer perform well academically as I ought to. I find it uncomfortable interacting in the midst of my peers. Not just that, my family financial status suddenly dropped. And their marriage it begins to shake. And that brings me into the definition of mediocrity. Mediocrity is the quality of state of not being very good at anything in particular. Mediocrity, so therefore, relating it to my story, you all will realize that mediocrity does not only affect us as a nation, it affects us as an individual and as a family. Mediocrity affected me as an individual by reducing my performance level. Mediocrity affected my family by causing conflict amongst members. And mediocrity can affect our nation by reducing our productivity, efficiency, and effectiveness. Mediocrity has also caused us to lose our leadership value into an incompetent man placed in a position of competency. No wonder why Chinua Achebe once said that the problem of a nation lies deeply on the problem of leadership. We all have sold our leadership votes into the hands of an incompetent man because of 10K and 5K transfer. You are now shouting. All of you are now shouting, Lekosi for where? Meritocracy is the only cure to mediocrity, and meritocracy is the quality of state, or it's also known as a social system in which an advancement in the nation is determined by an individual capability. Mediocrity will cause us to stand strong and build our nation in unity and peace. I end by saying, why give room to people who cost you more than they offer? I remain Adeboye Access.
Thank you. We shall proceed, but a very quick one for the sake of the delivery of each of the contestants. Please let us reduce the ovations we give them so that they don't clash in their mind. So please, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, join me as I bring up on stage one of the contestant Adeyeye. Blessing.
Hi guys, my name is Akinola Cole.
We live in a country where it is a fantasy to say that the son of a nobody can become somebody without the help of anybody. But it is rather acceptable to say that we can always achieve anything we want with money. We are in a country where corruption is accepted, is more valuable than your credentials. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Adeyeye Blessing Adeumi. I'll be talking about the effect of mediocrity on a nation and the gains of meritocracy. Before I proceed, permit me to ask everyone sitting here a question. How do you gain admission into the university? Was it based on your JAMB result or your connection? Your answer to that will determine whether you focus more on mediocrity or meritocracy. Because, according to Wikipedia, the great encyclopedia, meritocracy can be defined as a system in which individuals are being rewarded according to their strength and ability. While mediocrity, on the other hand, can be defined as a system in which an individual is having an average mentality, ideology, and even ability. One of the greatest effects of mediocrity on a nation is discrimination. You all will agree with me that most African countries, the blacks, they are being discriminated by the whites because the whites believe the black has average knowledge when it comes to technology. They believe the black have average knowledge when it comes to developing the whole world at large. This is the effect of mediocrity on a nation. We have 195 countries in the whole world today, but the whole of all the 195 countries can be categorized into two categories. The first one is the mediocrite countries, while the second is the meritocrate countries. I call the mediocrite countries the undeveloped countries, while I call the meritocrate countries the developed countries, leading me to another effect of mediocrity on the nation. Mediocrity will never allow a nation to develop. Permit me to use Nigeria as an example. We all know that to get a job in Nigeria, to be in a position in Nigeria, is not about what you can offer, but rather it is about your money which you can use to buy the position. It is about your connection which you have. This is one of the greatest effects of mediocrity on a nation. While meritocracy, on the other hand, can bring out the best in you, can make you the best of all, because competition is set in. And when there is competition, everyone wants to be the best. Everyone wants to be the leader. Permit me to use this competition as an example. I'm here today as a result of meritocracy and not mediocrity. This is another thing. As a gain of meritocracy, this is what it has cost to me. Using Ben Carson as another example. Ben Carson was once called a dullard, but as a result of meritocracy, he became one of the best neurosurgeons in the whole world. This is what meritocracy can do to you. Ladies and gentlemen, if the whole world will be a great nation and a better place for everyone here to stay, we have to deal with mediocrity. Because mediocrity can lead to the discrimination of a nation. And the discrimination of a nation can affect the denomination of the nation. I remain my humble self. Ade Blessed Nadu. Thank you.
Thank you. So we shall proceed. Please, in the spirit of sportsmanship, put your hands together for contestant Lawal Kabirat as she comes up stage for a contest.
Good afternoon, panel of judges, distinguished guests, fellow speakers, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lawal Kabirat, and I'm here this afternoon to speak on the topic that says the effect of mediocrity on a nation and the gains of meritocracy. Before I dive into my speech, I would like to give definition to the two words appearing significantly in the topic, mediocrity and meritocracy. Mediocrity is the state of being ordinary or lesser than an average. That is, a nation is mediocre when everything that nation encompasses is lesser in quality, when they could have done much more to get a better effect. And meritocracy. Meritocracy is a word coined in the 1950s by British sociologist Michael Young. He said it is a notion of a political system in which political power, economic power are vested in a particular set of individuals based on their merits, skills, performances, achievements, talents, regardless of their wealth and social class. What are then the effects of mediocrity on a nation? Mediocrity to me is competing with corruption with little effort. It is a social danger that is ready to cripple any nation it engulfs. What are the effects of mediocrity on a nation? In the first instance, a nation that mediocrity engulfs, we have political system to worry about. That political system will be nothing to write home about. Being the foundation of any nation, and now it is being eroded with the rising tide of mediocrity. I agree, and you would also agree with me that such a nation is approaching its Waterloo. What do we say of leadership with no vision and mission? The arms of government will become executives, judicial rascals, and legislators. Is that the kind of leadership we all want? Because that is the kind of leadership mediocrity brings forth. Furthermore, the education system of such a nation would be so porous. Curriculum will be homogenized, diluted, diffused as a result of mediocrity. People at the highest realms of affairs are bewildered people who could not even realize it could get that worse. Curriculum system will be so porous to the point that we have several schools with low standard, vague goals, and moral platitudes. This brings me to an historian, a Greek historian, an ancient Greek historian, Herodotus. He once advised Periander that if you are about to rule, it is like working on a field growing stalks. Just ensure you cut tallest stalk. That is exactly what mediocrity is doing to any nation that it holds its reign. Furthermore, among the effect of mediocrity is decrease in productivity level. Such a nation will lose its central purpose. Laziness will be the order of the day. What do we say of a nation? When the high number of people there are mediocre people, what they will do is we need a large number to fulfill this. We have to bring a number of them together to even achieve a fair result. At the end of the day, wastage of resources. That is what mediocrity does to a nation. Lastly, there will be downfall in the economic system of such a nation. Mediocrity will make you believe we cannot do it. This is not the moment. We still need to grow. Your brain is here to bloom. That is what mediocrity does to a nation. And at the end of the day, the nation goes into its ruin. But then to tackle the thick crust of mediocrity, we are going to make use of an advice of Aristotle that said, excellence is not an art, but an habit. Going down my speech, I would say what are the gains of meritocracy? Conceptually and even morally. Meritocracy to me is more or less the direct opposite of mediocrity. Because under meritocracy, it is a system of government in which you are going to upper realm of affair based on your success rate, your achievement, your talent. What are then the gains of meritocracy? In the first instance, a nation operating meritocracy would in all means have a high value education system. Education system is the backbone of any nation. And if you invest much in it, your students are going to believe that if I should do well in my academics, I'll come out in flying color. I'll get the course I desire because I'm having the best year. Everyone will put in their best. Normalcy will be the order of the day. Furthermore, economic system of such a nation will be so high. As goods coming into the markets knew they are coming to tackle quality, everyone will keep choosing quality over quantity. No matter the price you are bringing forth, even to do exportation will be so easy for such a country. Furthermore, security of life and property. In such a nation, there will be nothing like class, wealth, race, gender. Everyone will be seen as equal, and you can only get to the success based on your own merit. With this, everyone will be each other's brother's keeper. I think with this, you agree with me that those are the gains of meritocracy.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this competition is getting much more interesting as we got done with the candidates on my right side, and then we're going to move to the left-hand side candidates. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me as we invite the pleasure of contestant Bright Ogun Tola as he comes upstage to participate and deliver.
Can you please raise your hand if you've traveled in a commercial vehicle? Thank you very much. I'm very sure most of us who have traveled would have experienced body pains while traveling due to the bad condition of the roads. And this is even a minor issue compared to those who might have had accidents on these roads. Come to think of the problems that we encounter on their journey to recovery. Recently, most of us have been experiencing very erratic power supply because of the consistent collapse of the national grid. In this country, we sweat unnecessarily, and we've forgotten that power is necessary for productivity. We need to ask ourselves so many questions. It's painful that in this country, we cannot confidently talk about one area that the government has fully perfected. Nigeria, a 62-year-old baby. We need to ask ourselves so many questions. How did we get here? Are the dreams and the intentions of our early fathers coming to reality? There's a saying, this reminds me of a line in the national anthem that says, the labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. But it's disheartening that the labor of our heroes past is going down the drain. There's a saying that if the foundation be destroyed, what can the righteous do? The problem of Nigeria is from our foundation, the federal character. A principle that guides the selection of people into key offices in the country can give an average person opportunity to hold that position even when he is competing with a competent person. Zoning of the presidential ticket, which is a norm in major political parties in the country, can make an average person be the presidential aspirant and on the long run become the president of a country where there are competent people from other zones of the country. Without any debate, these processes have undermined our development because a person from that region will see that opportunity as a birthright and will not do anything to prove himself worthy of that right. But a competent person will always perform excellently. People that merit a position do their work crazily. That's why it's called meritocracy. Mediocrity diminishes our prestige in the faces of other countries. It's not a new thing of us. Recently, the United Arab Emirates issued a ban on Nigerians coming into their country because some of us over there displayed irrational attitudes, even in another man's land. Now, explain to me like a 6-year-old boy, how a person with an irrational attitude is fit for a visa to represent us outside the country. On the other hand, meritocracy has increased the prestige of this nation. Take, for example, our artists who sing Afrobeat, the likes of Burna Boy, Davido, and Wizkid, who are consistently competing with other artists around the world. Mediocrity or meritocracy? We always have to choose one, to be prestigious or disreputable. We can never be on the fence. We can never talk about mediocrity and meritocracy and not talk about its benefit to the health sector. We all know the popular doctor who was the first person to separate a conjoined twin, Dr. Ben Carson. Now imagine there's a system that allows an average person to be the edge of surgery because it's from a particular position, because it's from a particular state. We might have not achieved this feat in medicine. We might have not had this breakthrough. On the other hand, Nigeria records COVID-19 to date because those in the health sector as of 2019 were not proactive like those who coped Ebola virus. Meritocracy is a perfect team. The coming together of a perfect player and a perfect coach to achieve a perfect state. When this model is applied to the society, we have an optimized state. Everyone working together towards a common goal in the same direction. Concluding, I leave you with this message of light by